something to happen, I'd be begging like DSP right now, right? But I'm not going to do that because this is for Shrek.
Oh my god. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. As Sterling said, this is my swamp.
Whatever that means. Maybe.
You'll find out.
I bet I will. Maybe. Keemstar will join us since this is his favorite movie.
I know. Keem should fucking join us for the watch party because, like, that is his favorite movie. I'm surprised he hasn't got on your ass yet for not watching it.
That's because he don't watch Cafe anymore, Batgirl. He doesn't even know what the hell's going on this show regardless. He just looks at the breakdown saying, holy shit, Cafe's number 3 in gifted memberships? That's beautiful.
Period.
That is beautiful. All right. Let's, fuck. Let's do this.
Yes.
Say my name.
Breaking Banquet.
You're goddamn right.
Damn right.
I have a scan coming up. Somebody said cancer's. I've not been diagnosed with cancer. I want to make this perfectly clear. I've not been diagnosed with cancer. I honestly don't feel like I have cancer at this point. What I feel like I have is a thing called like testicular torsion because it's most definitely my left ball. It's.
Hold on.
Yes.
The fuck did he just say?
Testicular torsion?
Diagnosed with cancer. I want to make this perfectly clear. I've not been diagnosed with cancer. I honestly don't feel like I have cancer at this point. What I feel like I have is a thing called like testicular torsion because it's most definitely my left ball.
I swear I just heard my wife come in here.
Testicular torsion is no joke. Is she there? Tell her I said hi.
Hey. She's not here.
It's a ghost.
The ghost of Christmas past.
Oh shit.
I can't. All right.
Not now.
All right.
It's singular, and
Please, you sit down on your nuts.
I woke up. It woke me up. I was sleeping, and I woke up with like a huge pain in my ball sack, and it was like, oh wow, and I couldn't go back to sleep, so I got up and I just kind of chilled for a while, and like it just dealt with it. It was just throbbing, and then about 2 hours later, it eased off, and I laid back down and slept. And the last week or so, it's just been like my nuts have been sore with constant pressure on them, like somebody's like cupping them and squeezing just gently. But
You know what would help out with that?
What?
Emptying. There's probably so.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again with a new video on the LCU and their drama. Drama. We're starting off with Cafe. And as always, Cafe is doing their little segment about locals, particularly about Wings of Redemption, and kind of going over through their, his quote-unquote having testicle cancer or ball cancer, something like that. And it's funny because of all people who are talking about this, it's Ken. If you're not aware, Ken has met Wings a number of times. Like, they met, right? One time Ken drove, I believe, like 4 hours to actually go see Wings, and so on and so on. And so it's interesting to see him talk about the situation, like kind of an old friend seeing another friend like kind of wither away with the passes of time, where you yourself have done much better for your social rank, right, or your where you're at socially, right, within society. Quite interesting to actually know that, and there really isn't much I can really say about the Wings though. Is he lying? I'm not really sure myself. I'll let the wing detractor decide if he's lying or not. It could be like a DSP situation, but I really doubt it. I think if you feel like you have something down there, you should probably check. And it may not be nothing, right? It could be something completely different. But if it is that, then, it sucks. but like, maybe you should get your life together, dude.
I live by myself.
Really?
Apparently,
I am content. I am content.
you are not content because you are taking the identity of someone else and making it your own. You have no originality because all
Not
you
really.
are in the Discord is Fat Grim. Nobody really thinks of you like
No,
Ultra.
your own it should be Gooch.
Yeah.
It should be Gooch, because that's what you fucking look like. Like you got a fucking Gooch on your fucking face. That's what your fucking name should be.
If you don't
What's
mind
my
me
name?
asking,
me sorry, me so mean right now.
Right.
But it only cause
I'm doing 3.
basically eating mustard. I mean mayo. Me don't want to be rude right now, but me going through a lot.
Ugh.
Understood.
Mustard is so gross, all on its own.
How you think me feel? How you think me feel?
Yeah.
Me has to eat mayonnaise and use. I sound like Roxy. Use barely talk. Me carry show. Me talk a lot. Me basically punish all time today content. Me. You use need to step up so me not in trouble so much. Fuck.
Okay, how about this? If chat agrees, I'll take any punishment that Beans doesn't want. I'll take it off her and I'll
Do
pray
it
for
somewhere
Beans.
else. How about that? This is our fucking show. How about do it somewhere else? Because it's just not. You're cucking our fucking content, dude. We were sitting here doing fucking fine before you fucking showed up.
No,
Hey,
no,
hey,
no.
I was
I said the S word.
I was
Go be
asked to
somewhere
be
else,
here.
bro.
I was asked to be
You
here.
gotta buy your hand a fucking Valentine's Day gift, bro. Like,
Hey,
get the
I have to
fuck
buy-
out of here, man.
I have to buy my what a Valentine's gift.
Your
Your hand.
hand? Do you like take the dick out of your fucking ass and you'll be able to hear what I fucking said.
Dick out of his ear.
I don't have any dick
Hey,
in
Go
my ear.
go play with
But-
your boyfriend. Go play with
but
your
I do-
fucking
but I do
boyfriend
feel-
nightmare.
I do
Go
feel
over
a
there and play
little
with your fucking boyfriend, bro.
I do feel a little offended, Pigtails. Some of my hearing
Give a
is
fuck? Do you
I do
think I
need-
give a shit?
I do have to use my earpods as hearing aids sometimes.
Oh
So
no.
I'm kind of offended.
What did
Oh
that
jeez.
I'm very offended. You offended me.
Dude,
Now
Dude,
my
have you
time
heard
is-
what they've said about
sit
me?
and spin?
You've got to be able
Sit
to
and
just sit back and
spin.
take
Don't
it.
worry, bro. I can take it all. Pigtails
Hey.
is nothing to me.
Oh, you do take it all. You take it all the way up to the ball sack. We know that, bro.
What's wrong with that?
Hey.
During Pride Month, you're saying that?
Yeah,
No, there isn't a problem.
it is.
What if I
you
was
go do
gay?
you. You go
What
do
if I
you.
was-
There's
what
no
if I
problem
was
here.
gay?
You go do
What if
you,
I was
bro.
gay?
It would be
What
like
if I was
completely.
gay? What
You
if I
can't
was
punch-
I
gay?
don't
You just
care.
offended me.
I just
You
said
just
I don't
offended me.
care.
I'm
okay.
offended.
Fuck.
I'm offended.
Wait,
Listen,
fuck.
I'm
tell me
offended.
you're sorry.
I
I'm
forgot that was
offended.
one of my words.
Tell him you're sorry, red hair.
I said,
I don't gotta say shit. Sorry for what?
I come in.
Tell me
I
what I
come
gotta
in.
be sorry for.
I come in.
You were
I'm nice to
intern.
I gotta be
everyone.
sorry for.
Pigtails,
Ain't nothing
bitch
here.
ass
I'm
wanna
not
wanna make a
apologizing for a
fight
fucking
happen.
thing. You
That's
come up
Me?
here and
Me?
try to bring
Fine.
content
me,
to make a name
me,
for
me,
yourself.
me, 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 me cannot talk because me has to eat like mayo 4 times.
So Doll wasn't really entertaining. Whoever this fat grim guy is kills the content. Like generally Doll would be a lot more entertaining, a lot more I get vibrant, more energetic. It's basically like a girly girl show where it's just them talking about gossip, like kind of like The View and shows like that. Whoever this guy is, he doesn't have much to him, right? Maybe he has personality. Maybe he has content that we're not aware of, right? Maybe he is a content god, but holy shit. Like, I said a couple weeks ago, and I've said this in the stream, that I feel like sometime Keemstar is picking from the bottom of the barrel. Well, sometimes the bottom of the barrel may not actually mean the actual bottom of the barrel, but like the scratch mark of the very last fiber, like you know what I mean, that very thin fiber that's left in the wood, where it's enough you can see the dirt ground. Like you are you're really digging into the barrel. Like, damn, you have made holes into that bottom of the barrel. And the guy, I don't know what he's like. He I don't think he seems cool, but it's like, dude, you're in the wrong show. And he just went on and on about his problems and how he wants to be a host. And it's just like, dude, Michelangelo had a little bit more personality. And yeah, the way he talked didn't help, which I can't say much because the way I talk, you know, I slur my word and I mumble a little too much, but I got him better. All right, at least Michelangelo was like, you know, he's whatever. He has cool hats. He has some one-liners, but dude, you're like the male version of a pick me girl. You're like, pick me, pick me, pick me. I'm like, dude, please shut up, go away, go to a different show. Who can handle your bullshit? And the rest of Dolls was just him dominating, and them going about how, like, don't answer people DMs, and him going on other people's DMs. This is like, please go away.
You're supposed to trauma dump on your fucking audience. You are distracting them from their problems. Keep going.
And that's a really fucking good point, Buff, because she acts like she's the only person in the fucking LCU who's ever been through poverty. She's the only one who's ever been through any fucking hardships in her life. You're not a victim, Tina. You've been on the internet for so many years. You claim you made all this fucking money. Well, where is any of it to show for it? You're still living in a fucking roached out bum-ass trailer. So what? Where was all that entertainment that you had all these years? What did it get for you? A shitty fucking trailer full of roaches? Anywho.
Crop a stop. We don't have to be buckwheat who calls all simple-minded fat bitches who want to look at him. Oh, he's so gorgeous. Buff, you ain't the only thing chocolate on this website, bitch.
Ooh.
Does our people know?
What the fuck does that even mean?
Who's the other black person?
What
Yo,
does
mama?
that even mean?
Yo, mama? I don't have to be the black person here. I am the most fittest person in this fucking universe. There's a couple people in the Discord that might be able to outmog me, but that's not a lot. Maybe 3. We're gonna have a fucking post. Becky, get your fucking flies out of my damn house! Oh!
It's like...
Ely Snyder super chatted
Etsy is the place.
99 cents.
Can I do it?
War. Yeah.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
War! War! Oh my god, we were trying to not to do this, by the way. We were actually trying to have like a fun stream. Like legit, we had a meeting, and I'm letting you know, everybody in our docket team is probably really mad at us. That's probably why you're not seeing them type in the chat right now. They are pissed. They literally said, stop talking about queens. We said we're going to stop talking. We said this is the last time. We promised them. We literally promised them. They are mad.
Now here with Nerds, I have 2 separate clips. A lot more than the other shows, mostly because there's really not much going on currently. It is toward the end of the week, so things are a lot more lax, I think. I don't know. I feel like currently with the LCU, it really hasn't really, not a lot of things been going on. It's just like, again, like a cycle where there's big dramas for a little bit and then it cools down, and then there's big drama, then it cools down. And in this situation, the newest drama that isn't really being talked about, but I think it's mostly because not a lot has developed. It's the war between nerds and queens. Like, you can say what you want about Zay, and I don't like Zay, but I'm willing to give her credit because she tried hard. It isn't like Becky, who was picked by, you know, if you're not aware of the actual story, how Becky got her position, it was actually through links, funny enough. And also her being connected to RTU. That's how she got her position. Like a sort of weird form of nepotism, right? Or at least like, hey, you know what? If you don't like Zay, she doesn't give a shit. But for the people who do, hey, I can understand why, you know. She's at least done what she can to make her content better. She has improved. She gotten better. And I think compared to Becky, who stagnated in it, a one-liner, Zay's at least you know, if she left the LCU, right? Let's say hypothetically, I think she can make it out better than Becky. Now she won't get as much viewer as Becky, but the skill that she learned would actually be a plus on her end. So in my eyes, it comes down to Becky being jealous, Becky screwing up, and she's taking out her anger like a puppy dog, like some type of child, onto a show that is, in all fairness, is making its own content. And we'll get into Milkers, but Nerds is doing, like, if we're going off like a tic-tac content, Nerds is better than Milkers. And Milkers doing IRL stuff, and it is boring. Like the IRL that, and here's the thing, Roxy could be entertaining, but holy shit, under Becky, it is dog shit.
They're not too tough. They don't come with the same fucking stuff.
You
hey,
heard
Buff,
that?
Why don't you work a real job? You're a man's man. How come you're on here fucking with women? Why are you being a bitch? Why are you going after women? Did your mother raise you to do that, son? I don't think so, motherfucker. So sit your ass down and take a seat. Either way, go play with your big hairy meat.
I love how she
She's trying to
insults
make
in
it
rhyme
rhyme.
all the time.
So what do you think about that? A statement about that? Somebody that's seen me do what I do all this time. Go ahead. You can talk.
Oh, said mom didn't raise you like that. You don't know how I raised him.
Don't be nervous. How do you feel about what she said? I've never worked a real job.
Oh, he's worked since he was 17 years old.
Oh, I
And
guess that was
he's
a
a hard
while.
worker all his life.
You was on the phone like, I want to come tell him this, come tell him that. See, everybody gets on here and gets a little nervous in the beginning. That shit's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like, you know, how do you feel like as somebody judging me about how do you feel like you raised me how to interact with the world and towards women and everything? Because she also says some other stuff too.
Yeah, there you gotta respect a woman. Period. You know, that's the way it goes.
I've never seen her talk like this ever. This is the most.
He just wants me to be loud like him.
This is the most
and
soft.
Be like, oh my God, I raised a horrible son. I don't understand why he's always jumping on women.
Can Mama Buff hear me?
Yeah, she can hear you.
So a really important piece of this is that woman who was saying that about Buff is constantly sexualizing him, calling him things like chocolate bar and big sexy muscles, but same time is saying that he's using his sexuality instead of getting a real job. So that's the context of that clip.
Well, he should, because he has it. Why get a real job when you have it? Mama did the same thing.
Y'all heard it here first from Mama Buff.
I told you my mom used to be a model. Everybody forgets that. That shit's crazy.
I will say I think he's a very respectful man. He has gone out of his way to defend me multiple times when people have said disgusting things about me.
I've told you my mom said when I first started working out, she was like, you need to go be a stripper.
Yeah.
No, but how long have I been cooking? Because there's a lot of people that I told them I'm a chef online, they don't believe me.
TTS.
Hold on, real quick. If I do
Papahel
this,
super
people are
chatted
donating money.
$20.
to-
Paying this so Buff doesn't need a real job because he has IT.
It's okay, you're doing great.
That part, Papa Hurl, that part.
Dathgarian super chatted $20. Here's the real challenge, Beggy Boop and Tina Tip Jar. One
What's the question
episode where
again?
you don't mention money or ask for support one time. You are so busy making content you forgot what content looks like. Now nerds, be fucking nerdy.
I agree with that. Let's see one episode of Queens where they don't talk about money. For an entire episode, don't talk about money, donations, don't do a dono train. Let's see how that episode goes.
So, do you want to play the next thing?
Yeah. Here, let me pull it back up for you.
All right, listen. Tina makes a good fucking point, Buff. I
Hold
barely
on. I
said
haven't clicked on it
2
yet.
straight
Oh.
words.
Go back.
It's okay, it's just Becky lying.
Seat. Either way, go play with your big hairy meat.
Now here we have, funny enough, One Buckwheat mom coming in to give her response to this situation because, and I relate to One Buckwheat. Every so often I could kind of relate to these people about like working hard and doing what you can for your family and providing. I can respect that. I can respect that as a person, as a man. And it is kind of hurtful, not really hurtful, but it's just annoying when you have people like calling you lazy when you do what you can for your family in a tough situation. Like, you don't know what went Buff with. Like, at least I know not to say like, oh, he probably never worked. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to attack him from that because that's like very low hanging fruit. Like, I can do better than that, right? I can easily do better. And they also go into how they have like the queens have a tendency to attack Zay for her being like an OAV dominatrix person. Yeah, that's a real thing. Well, those two things are separate, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Which is hilarious because Becky literally sold her ass multiple times, and she's admitted to selling her ass multiple times. Like, her reasoning for dating RTU was because he was making money, and that's literally the reason. I feel like people who ignore that about Becky are complete idiots. Like, at least Zay is willing to admit that. And she's not going to deny, where Becky is always going to try to deny or try to say, well, I did it more for just money. And it's like at least admit you're a gold digger. Like, at least just come out you're a gold digger. But she will never will. And like, you can call Zay a whore, which is not too far off, but at least she's willing to kind of admit, like, yeah, I did this in my past. You know, I want to move away from that. Whereas, like, Becky, on the other hand, is like a straight up, like, a gold digger who, like, let's not deny, a couple of weeks ago, she left to Texas to get railed on by her sugar daddy for 10 grand, and she tried to use like a family emergency as an excuse. It wouldn't be surprising me if the last time that she did it was like a week ago, that she was getting railed on her sugar daddy. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to go to Niagara Falls again. Roxy, we might have to go together and stay in that casino that you mentioned.
I'm telling you, I'm 20 minutes away from the place. I go. I mean, it's nothing to me. I go out all the time. I get my doctor's appointment. Then do it.
Roxy, when you can, switch us back to just where you're not on the main speaker because your voice, we can't really hear you well.
You know what? I think my speaker got this whole problem.
You're not able. You don't have the remote clicker.
Hold on.
Okay. I know, guys. It's so, like, we don't need, with this, who needs to create content? Like, this is the content. Of course, now it froze as soon as I say that, but you know. Oh. You know, it seems like I sit here and do nothing, but somebody has to be here to carry the show when shit like this happens. How about that? Let me see if I could get her back really quick. Fuck it. Fuck it. Guess what? It's my moment now. Fuck Roxy and fuck Niagara Falls. Because it's a fat girl summer.
So Milkers had an IRL and he went to Niagara Falls. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. Niagara. No, I'm not gonna. They went to the fall. They went to that little thing in Canada. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It was boring. It was just boring. Like, it wasn't even good. It was just boring. Like, you know, it was boring. Like, I've seen some IRL, like even gray stuff can be boring, but every so often it is entertaining, or sometimes it's so cringe you kind of laugh at it. But this was just like, damn, this wasn't even good. And every time I came back to see what happened, it was like, same thing. Nothing happened, right? Like, they could have made it way better. I felt like whatever they were trying to do just did not work and just failed. Like, you know, you could have done it way more better. Could have been way more entertaining. Could have been way more funnier. But no, and I think they couldn't because of the environment they were in. Like, obviously they're in a much more larger, more public area. But I'm just like, could have been better. Could have been way better, and I'm just here like, can we see more action? Can we see more? Can we see more things going on? Nope. Okay. Moving on. I guess so. I guess we're just gonna move on because nothing really happened. Like the meme, nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens in the LCU.
He's not. Tell him how much you care. 1 minute, we got a
Gaga super chatted $20.
You might have to turn that up a little bit.
Chav, tear down that wall. I know Nasty Rasty is behind those names.
Rastov, I'm so
Quantum
sorry.
Chris super
Jesus
chatted
Christ.
$20.
Shut up!
Now imagine Keem told Rastov behind the scenes to go dark so Boogie would finally admit he pushed him too hard.
Rastov, I'm sorry. I was trying to be your friend. I was trying to get to know you better. I wanted to be friends because me and Jordy never really fully hit it off. So let me... Rastov, would you please come back and be my third host? Please? Could you do that for me? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about the dad jokes. I'm sorry about everything. I love you, man. I fucking love you, dude. Right here. I fucking love you, dude. Please.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it worked? Did that work? I got down on one knee.
Did you really mean those things you said, dude?
Dude, Rastov, yeah, like...
Because I only ever just wanted to do a good job, man. Like, I've been a huge fucking fan of you since I was a teenager, dude. And, like, working with you is just...
I was hard on you because I saw a lot of myself in you, and I wanted you to be the entertainer that I was. And you know what? I always knew that you could be. Ever since I saw you on Rewind, I knew that you had it in you, and I wanted to put it in you. I knew that it was there, and I knew if I pushed hard enough, I could put it in you, and it would be there, and you would be the best entertainer you could be.
Look, man, I love you. I love working with you, dude. Like, I didn't know what else to do, you know? Like, I felt like I'd let you down. I felt like I let Keem down. I felt like I let the community down, and like, it's such a massive opportunity, you know?
This is so gay.
Shut up. Let me have my moment.
Are you guys
I love this
doing?
man.
I love you too.
Billy was right. I pushed you too hard. I should have been lifting you up, not shoving you down. I should have been showing you what you were doing right, not what you were doing wrong. You are the kind of host that I need in my life. Rastov, you complete me.
Do you mean it?
What the fuck are you guys up to? You were just attacking each other's dead dads. What is this?
I'm sorry about your dad, man. I'm sorry. It's
Sorry about yours
so
too.
bad. There's a hole in my heart. They left a hole in our heart, man, and I want to fill that hole, and I want you to fill my hole.
That kind of pain never heals.
The fuck is this about?
I don't know. We work
Bigfoot
together
super
well.
chatted
We're good
$20.
people. What can I
came with
say?
the
I'm a little gay for him.
BTC
Does it bother you that we're
Turn this
gay?
off camera.
Yeah, it's Pride Month, bro.
Alan,
What are you doing?
Super chatted $20. I knew this was scripted.
Well,
wouldn't call
you missed a
Kelly,
whole
that was
day at
obvious
work.
Sign. This show is lame AF.
Hey, that was really hard for him. I'm not gonna lie, that was really tough.
Not
I had to be on the phone.
chatted
I had to be on the phone with him the whole time
$19.99.
to keep him off
The Real
Discord.
Housewives of LCU. Mark J super chatted $20. This
For
is the
real, I had
biggest
to be
nonsense of all time.
on the phone with him like all night to keep him off Discord. It was really tough to get him to do that. Keem, do you not realize what's going on?
Do you really think I would quit, bro? Like, honestly, do you think I could give up
No.
on this fucking community?
I said it a million times. You would not quit. That's why I was confused. You weren't here,
Bro.
But then why did you set up tryouts then, Mr. Keemstar? Then why did you set up
Okay,
tryouts?
so what was this all about then?
Fuck you! You're quitting the show again. I fucking see it. I know exactly what you did this time last year. I'm gonna go plan my big party. I'm gonna get my flower arrangements for me and all the boys. I gotta make sure I get all the food right and all the land right. Fuck you!
So
I know what you're fucking doing.
So you guys did this to fuck with me.
Yes!
Yes!
You're fucking with our show! How you think we can do this
You're
alone?
fucking abandon us
Oh,
for
now
like
he walks
fucking-
off. Now
All
this
right.
mother...
So yeah, Rasta wasn't fired or quit. Didn't really surprise me because I feel like some people say this may have been scripted, this may have been fake. Could be. Could be. Honestly, it is what it is. You know what? I think sometimes Keemstar does deserve a bit of a prank, and this was a clever one. This was enjoyable, right? Having a day or two without Rastov, I think this was clever. This was a smart move on both of their end to do something, because every so often Keemstar, doesn't really get pranked, and then after this, Keemstar walked. He wasn't shown ever again.
What did he say? What did he say?
He said that the shows suck. He said both shows were better without me. And he said that the shows were falling down because of me. And it's like, no, bitch. The shows were coming back up because of me. It's that they were down because I was gone.
Well, they were down before you were gone too, though. Not gonna be. I mean,
Not really. No, because I still think we were second place last month. If we weren't, we were third. And the only reason that was because Keem gave every other show help except for us. I ask again, Keem, what is your 25% for?
Oh, here we go. You're gonna do that shit again. Jesus
What is it
Christ,
for?
Becky. Now he's gonna take the redirect again, and this is all I have. This is my bread and butter, bro. You got two shows, so what you don't make here, you make over there.
It doesn't matter where I go, Tina. He tries to keep me down. He can't fucking handle that there's somebody here as entertaining as he is, if not better.
I don't think he's entertaining. I just think he's rich.
I find him entertaining.
Okay.
But I also find him
Now
to be
he's
an
really
incredible
involved.
idiot.
But
Let
you
me
don't find
ask you
Rastov
something.
entertaining. You don't find Boogie entertaining. You don't find anybody entertaining. Just Becky Boot is entertaining.
No, I find them
Go ahead.
entertaining, just less entertaining than me. Keem, I want to ask you something, real fucking question. Maybe I should have started with this one. If the shows are failing because of me, then how come... Don't know coming through.
Hamstring super chatted $20. Rebecca Booper, you forgot the custom emotes again. This is the third day that you forgot. Why do you keep doing this to Gotain Desu? Pig emoji, boar emoji, horse emoji.
I did not forget. I addressed it in the chat before the show. I was a little busy. I was going to do that between both episodes today, between both shows. And instead, Keem managed to piss me off. So fuck Keem for that one, too.
Wow, he really got you lit, didn't he?
So here's the question.
I've never seen a pig with pink lipstick get this mad before in my life.
So here's the question I was going to ask Keem. If the shows were better without me, if the LCU's better without me, if everything was better without me and I was ruining it, then how come when I asked for a week off for a death in my family, you made me rush back after 2 days? Fuck you! You giant piece of shit.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. What do you mean you asked for 7 days, complete 7 days, you say?
I asked for a week because I needed a week to tend to things with my family. And he said that's too much. 2 days. I got 2 days. So it didn't matter what I'm going through in my personal life. It doesn't fucking matter because he doesn't give a shit about that. I put this job as number one. I wasn't ready to come back.
That's right,
I came back anyway. Why? Not for Keem, but because I didn't want to let you down. I didn't want to let Roxy down and the people who rely on me. And he wants to spit in my face over it. Fuck you.
Well, we would have made it, if you had to have a week off, we would have made it a week. I mean, we could have done that.
Well, it would have been nice if you let me take the time.
Damn it.
But I didn't get that choice.
I can't play this game. I don't want to. He gave you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Except Saturday and Sundays are already days off. So I got 2 days.
Right.
2 days.
Damn, Keem, that's pretty fucking low down to do that to her.
And I come back and I pour my fucking heart into this show. It wasn't easy. The first day back, I didn't even have my head in the game. It was really hard. And then I put everything else, all the changes I was trying to make in my life to the side so I could fucking kill it yesterday. And I did. Both shows over $1,000. Both shows.
So Becky had another fake crash out because of, I have no clue. I think at some point you just accept the fact that Becky's just gonna crash out every single time because it's a convenient way to get donation. And then on top of that, her internet was just crashing in and out while she's crashing. So viewership and donation were low. But I think donation and viewership have been low for quite a bit of time, regardless. I think it's because the content in Queens hasn't really gotten better. So, it could also be reflecting on myself. Because I know these videos have been a lot shorter compared to what they usually are, but I think it's because there's just not a lot of things going on compared to what we saw beforehand. So a lot of these takes and a lot of these clips are a lot shorter, if not longer, as an attempt to fill in the gap. But in the case of Queens, what's happening? Queens, there's no docket, there's no real response, there's just nothing. So as we speak, Queens is in a state of stagnation because they haven't been able to produce content. They just don't. Where at least Milkers, yeah, it was dog shit, but it was something to work with. It's a basis of something. Queen, there's almost nothing. So we're gonna, and not much happened on Rewind. It was just them just going over the same stuff we went through. Ozzy, nothing really special happened in Ozzy. And in Test, not really much. Nightmares in that festival. Till Monday. Alright, till next time.